Marion and I are here today to talk you through some of the agenda from Glasgow City Council. We're part of the corporate procurement unit, and as we said earlier on, we're operational procurement managers. So what we're going to talk about today is our sustainable procurement strategy 2023 to 2027, some of our historic spend, which is for financial year 23 and 24, just to give you a flavour of the types of spend that we have. Some of the same things that you've probably heard today about our current work plan and our current pipeline. That pipeline will always change. Sharon had referred to that earlier on, and that's the same for ourselves. We'll talk about community benefits, a couple of key themes here today, and how Glasgow City Council and the Glasgow family apply community benefits throughout their contract. And more importantly, for yourselves, about how to do business with Glasgow City Council now and in the future. We have a sustainable procurement strategy. That strategy was launched in May 2023. The strategy underpins all procurement activity within the council. As you heard earlier on from Councillor Kelly endorsed the strategy back in May 2023. The strategy has 20 actions, with over 50% of those actions having a sustainable theme. The strategy was created to increase the number of sustainable outcomes within procurement and to support national policies as well as the council policies. Some of those are the council's strategic plan, climate plan, fleet strategy, waste reduction strategy, to name a few, but more importantly also to address and move forward with the Scottish procurement strategy and the government strategy 2023 to 2028. So just to give you a bit of a flavour about the Glasgow City Council's spend, we, in financial year 2023-24, 912 million. Of that spend, it cuts into 5 different areas. We would call them commodity ownership. This is for goods and services and works. So corporate procurement unit manages a spend profile of £412 million on goods, services and works. Our colleagues in Health and Social Care Partnership, HSCP, manage a spend profile of £342 million. And this is about commissioning social care services. We have 2 other procuring services within the Glasgow family who have their own procurement strategies and their own procurement teams. City Building Glasgow, they manage a spend portfolio of 88 million, and Glasgow Life managing a spend of 2 million. All of the above have their own procurement teams. We also have another spend of 67 million. This relates to our secondary school portfolio, our PPP contract, and this is managed as part of that contract. So today we have 2 stands here today. One stand has got corporate procurement unit and our Health and Social Care Partnership, and the other stand is our Glasgow Life colleagues. So if there's any questions, there's plenty of people to talk to today. So as we said, Glasgow City Council and Corporate Procurement Unit, more importantly, spend £412 million on goods, services and works. So to give you a bit of a flavour of what that is, 50% of that is under service type contracts, 35% of that are goods type contracts, and 15% are works type contracts. So to give you a further flavour of that, these break down to things like utilities and fuel, some of our kind of top spends within there, vehicles for our operations, food and water for delivery to our schools, aids for daily living to help with our services, and some of the services that we have are IT services for front and back office. We also do contracts for recycling, financial type services, and we also produce contracts for the Strathclyde Pension Fund also. We do a lot of work type contracts to service the council, so anything from parks to roads. We also have large contracts that do with new bridges and regeneration of places like Sighthill. We undertake City Deal contracts, for example, the City Deal Avenue projects. So you'll find a lot of that as well within our portfolio. But as well as that, we work with our Glasgow family, so we deliver contracts for major sporting events or other major events throughout the city. So just to give you another piece of flavour, of the £412 million that we do spend on an annual basis, we have categorised that into 63 commodities that we look after. So all of these commodities will have some form of contracts associated with them. Some of those contracts, as Sharon said earlier on, will be from the national frameworks, whether it be Scotland Excel or Scottish Government. Some will be individual contracts that Glasgow City Council will put in place. And we will do that for our full family or some of our service departments, depending on what they are. So that's, as you can see there's a whole flavour of that. Now, Marion's going to go back on and talk about what we're going to do in the future. But just to give you, and this is a keynote that you've heard before as well, that SME plays a big part in our award of contracts. And as you can see there, that of that 412 million, 192 million of that for the financial year 23 and 24, 47% was awarded to SMEs. We'll carry on supporting that where we can and supporting the sessions like today. So I'm just going to pass to Marion.
Thanks, Maureen. So you'll see here in 23-24, we awarded 63 contracts to a value of over £10 million. These were below threshold, which means the spend was between £50,000 and £179,000 for goods and services and under £4.4 million for works. You'll see a number of contracts that were provided under this, so for the likes of construction and trades, plant equipment, aids and construction consultancy activity, and some of those will have been procured via existing frameworks or dynamic purchasing systems. In 23-24, we also awarded 80 contracts with a total value of £686 million, and these were above threshold. So those exceeded £179,000 for goods and services and £4.4 million for works. Again, you'll see the same themes, the same commodities were affected, as well as the likes of food and water, professional services, security and safety, and fuel and vehicles. So again, it gives you just a flavour of what Glasgow City Council is delivering. We also awarded 62% of business with SMEs. 25% of the suppliers are classified as large. And in addition, we awarded 29% of suppliers located in the Glasgow area. 38% of the Scottish suppliers and 31% are suppliers in the UK. You will also note that 33% of those suppliers are accredited real living wage suppliers, and 54% of those are not accredited but do pay the real living wage. Now the slide will move to our future pipeline. This is over an 18-month projection, and this is what we know in the here and now. Again, you've heard the flavour today that our pipeline changes on an ongoing basis, and this is for different reasons. This is for funding applications that may be in which may not have been reached by our service areas yet, or different things coming in that the teams haven't been able to resource as yet. So again, the flavour of those look like aids. Aids is for our Equip You partnership, and that will be predominantly of our dynamic purchasing system or a standalone tender for stair lift and track hoists. There could also be opportunities of our construction and trades, which is our civil and infrastructures framework, which was put in place last year. So if you're on that framework, there may be some business coming your way. We've also got some opportunities for utilities and fuel and a number of other commodities there. Again, come and speak to us. There'll be a mixture of procurement activity on this. Some of it will be standalone tenders, some of it will be mini competitions, some of it will be call-offs, direct awards of existing frameworks that we have in place ourselves from Glasgow or using our partners like Scotland Excel. We have a number of live dynamic purchasing systems. So again, it's already been mentioned today, these are live opportunities which you can still apply to be able to be put on. If you're looking for information on those, the ones that we have are for the community equipment, which is for aids, like I mentioned earlier, event services, which is equipment hire and also associated structures. We've got a provision of alarm maintenance, repair and installation service and CCTV goods, and also for fleet agreement, which is predominantly for heavy vehicles. It's for maintenance and repairs. So if you're looking for any of those opportunities or want to come and talk to us about them, please email us or come and see us at the stand, because those are live opportunities you can still get access to. We also have a community benefits supplier recognition page, and we are incredibly proud of the contributions made by our suppliers. We've got certain criteria that needs to be satisfied, whether they make silver, gold or platinum status. We have 32 suppliers who met the silver standard, 73 who met the gold standard, and 7 who have met the platinum standard. And we also have 1 voluntary contribution, which relates to a supplier delivering a lower value contract who've contributed this on a voluntary basis. You can see more about this on our page, and we've got certain case studies which may be of interest to you. In terms of what's been delivered, again, just a flavour of some of the aspects we've had delivered here. We've had 36 work experience placements, 101 new employees and apprenticeships through Glasgow City Council contracts, 75 established career events. We've got 26 business monitoring events, 11 MCR pathways mentoring programmes, and also within the community itself, 188,405 hours of community engagement. That's a terrific achievement our suppliers in Glasgow have achieved for us in our contracts. So please come and talk to us to see how you can get on board. So how to do business with Glasgow? We do have an intranet page which clearly sets out the instructions of how to do business with Glasgow. Again, repeating some of the messages that have come through today, you must be registered on PCS and PCST. We will undertake quick quotes up to a value of 50k for goods and services, and also works between 10,000 and 2 million, and they'll be advertised on PCS. Tender opportunities, again, will be advertised on PCS, but to access all the tender documents will need to be on PCST, and those are for 50,000 to 177,000, or for 2 million to 4.7 million. And all other tender opportunities will be on PCST and UK Find a Tender system. So thank you for your time today. We hope you found this beneficial. More than happy to take any questions at our stand. As Maureen has mentioned, we all have several category managers here to talk to today, QR codes, and also our partners in Health and Social Care Partnership and Glasgow Life right beside us. Thanks very much.